Hi, this is the Daily Recall Show. I'm your host, Vasily, and today you will learn how to turn your someday maybe list from being a long forgotten, dusty shelf of some vague notions and ideas and dreams into a deadly weapon that can help you get more things done. But let's begin from some brain science. In your brain, at the base, you've got an area which is called a reticular formation area. Okay? So, this reticular formation serves as a gateway to your consciousness. What do I mean by that? So, as you go through your day, you perceive a lot of information through your sensory channels, through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, different scents with your mouth. And reticular formation is actually the area of your brain which is responsible for deciding what kind of stuff to pass to your consciousness so that you recognize and understand it, and what kind of stuff to filter. Okay? So it's like a gateway filter for information that is incoming from the world. And you might have probably noticed how it works. For example, if you're buying some clothing like a t-shirt or a shoe or shoes, you might have noticed that once you get out of the mall, you somewhat pay more attention to other people's clothes and other people's shoes. That's because of the reticular activation theory, which suggests that you can actually program these things. You can actually program this reticular formation area, and you do that every day by focusing on your beliefs, your aspirations, and different things. So, a good example would be that if you spend a few minutes of time focusing on some object of a vivid color, like this yellow tennis ball, right, then you will be more likely to notice anything of yellow color in the room for the next 15 to 20 minutes. That's just how it works. How do we actually connect this idea to our someday list? So, if you're anything like me, you've probably had someday list for a while. It might be just a bucket list of things you wanted to do in life, like climb Mount Everest or run a marathon or whatever. Or it might be a list of your dreams, or get a dog, have a house, and stuff like that. Anything, right? So those are the things that you cannot do right now for some reason, usually because you lack resources, either time or money or knowledge, but that you would really love to get your hands on someday later in the future. That is why you keep them on your someday list. Most people do that in the notebook or in a software application. That doesn't really matter. If we put those two ideas together, you might have already realized that by doing this someday thing, we can actually program our reticular formation area in the brain so that we become more conscious and more aware of the things that might help us achieve our goals. But the problem with that is that in most people's case, a someday list is just a long forgotten, dusty shelf of some weird ideas or dreams that they had when they were kids. It's not relevant, it's not clearly described, it's not concise. So, the problem with that is that reticular formation cannot actually help you to get closer to achieving those things if you haven't clearly described them. A good example would be that if you had on your someday list a goal like make $1 million, that would not actually do any good from the reticular activation theory standpoint to you making $1 million, because that's too vague of a goal, right? For you to notice anything that might help you get closer to that goal. So the only example would be that you're walking down your neighborhood late at night and you see $1 million lying there, and then you kind of quickly grasp it because that's what you've been thinking about. Okay? So how do we change that? How do we fix this? By doing a very simple exercise. You pick your someday list and you make it descriptive. For each thing that you've got there, you ask, Why do I want to get this? What's the purpose of this? And you try to make them really clear and really concise. You try to detail a successful outcome, what you really want to get out of this thing, and you try to go from having some vague notions into some really interesting things that you would like to achieve in the next couple years, but you cannot for some reason start working on right now. And that's how you get to program this reticular formation area in your brain to help you become more conscious of opportunities that come along. So once you do that, you will already become more conscious of the things that the world throws at you that can help you achieve those goals faster. If you're if you're having trouble getting started, here is a simple question that you might start from. You can start by asking yourself, if I only had X, I would love to do Y. And X might mean having more money, more energy, more resources, being in a different place, having a different job, anything you want, right? And Y is actually the thing that you would really love to start working on. For example, build your own business or launch this specific product or start writing, anything you'd like, or build a house or actually move somewhere. But if you detail this, if you make it really clear and concise, then you can actually start programming your reticular formation area in the brain to help you notice opportunities that might get you there. So that's reticular formation theory. You can actually improve that if you get back to your list and review it on some occasion, because that's how you get to program yourself even more. That's how you become even more conscious of opportunities that might help you get closer to your goals and do more with your time. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow.